Ain't no mileage of $4. Configure the road I travel, don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. Without a tango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week, they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Off of play action, Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage. And
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make...
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, Darnold. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Evans. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Darnold. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Darnold on first down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing is Collins. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Terrell Lewis buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. Oh, what a juke into space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Darnold. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Darnold. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. To throw. Collins. Complete to Jones. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On 1st down, Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Collins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Collins to throw on 2nd down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's Collins on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Collins now looking to throw on 2nd down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Williams. The Lions at 7-2 here on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Green brings it in. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Collins, off play action. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Give them 18 on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing is Collins on 1st and 10. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They will run the draw with Jacobs down right around the 25. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. To throw on 3rd down, Collins. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Collins. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points, so some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Play action. It's Darnold. This is caught by Evans. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard. Room here to run. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The good has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Dances by him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Collins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Collins. Throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Collins. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Ertz has it left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And it's caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He completes it to Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And just a field goal separating these two sides as they've gone to halftime. The Bears trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. A touchdown pass for Trey Lance in that one. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tom Brady, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Collins. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And here's Collins off the play fake. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Collins now to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Collins on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give them 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Darnold. He's got McBride here over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught by Evans.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And finding Keelan Cole. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Run for Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Here's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Keelan Cole, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Counter play with Jacobs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right?
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Collins got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing is Collins. Throwing on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
He's got Green. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just 1 but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7.50.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold swinging this out for Pollard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Throwing again is Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A 1st down throw, Darnold. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Darnold. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. Swings this out here for Cohen. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Pollard. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Jacobs now. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Collins. Ertz over the middle. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Darnold. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On second down, it's Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Darnold from the red zone now. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Darnold now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Faking the give, Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Collins.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the Lions down by 1. 1:47 on the clock. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back to throw. Able to connect with Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Able to find Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's back to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. He'll find Parker again. Complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jacobs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. That's into the hands of Marshall.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Darnold to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Detroit, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large.